a time for us. Someday there'll be where chains are torn by courage born of a love that's free.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Valentine episode of Dear Bro. At kung bago ka pa lang sa aking channel, please don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell para updated kayo palagi sa mga bagong videos na i-upload ko. At kung gusto nyong bumili ng aking aklat na kwentong OFW Tao po di Makina, ay mag-iwan lang kayo ng comments sa ibaba nitong video. Ang matutungayan ninyong kwento ngayon ay tungkol sa isang pag-iibigan na hindi bumitaw hanggang sa dulo. Isang pag-iibigan na hindi pangkaraniwan. At kapag napanood ninyo ng buo ang kwentong ito, ang tanging masasabi nyo na lamang ay sana all. Tunghayan po natin ngayon ang kwento ni Rose at ng kanyang asawa dito sa Valentine episode ng Dear Bro na pumamagatan nating The Rose.
Red roses were her favorites. Her name was also Rose, and every year her husband sent them tied with pretty bows. The year he died, the roses were delivered to her door. The card said, "Be my Valentine, like all the years before." Each year he sent roses, and the note would always say, "I love you even more this year than last year on this day. My love for you will always grow with every passing year." She knew this was the last time that the roses would appear. She thought he ordered roses in advance before this day. Her loving husband did not know that he would pass away. He always liked to do things early, way before the time. Then, if he got too busy, everything would work out fine. She trimmed the stems and placed them in a special vase. Then set the vase beside the portrait of his smiling face. She would sit for hours in her husband's favorite chair, while staring at his picture and the roses sitting there. A year went by, and it was hard to live without her mate, with loneliness and solitude that had become her fate. Then the very hour as on Valentine's before, the doorbell rang, and there were roses sitting there. She brought the roses in and then just looked at them in shock. Then went to get the telephone to call the florist shop. The owner answered and she asked him if he would explain. Why would someone do this to her, causing her such pain? I know your husband passed away more than a year ago, the owner said. I knew you'd call and you would want to know. The flowers you received today were paid for in advance. Your husband always planned ahead. He left nothing to chance. There is an outstanding order that I have on file down here, and he has paid well in advance. You'll get them every year. There also is another thing that I think you should know. He wrote a special little card. He did this years ago. Then, should ever I find out that he is no longer here, that's the card that should be sent to you the following year. She thanked him and hung up the phone, her tears now flowing hard, her fingers shaking as she slowly reached to get the card. Inside the card, she saw he had written her a note. Then, as she stared in total silence, this is what he wrote. Hello, my love. I know it's been a year since I've been gone. I hope it hasn't been too hard for you to overcome. I know it must be lonely, and the pain is very real. For if it was the other way, I know how I would feel. The love we shared made everything so beautiful in life. I loved you more than words can say. You were the perfect wife. You were my friend and lover. You fulfilled my every need. I know it's been a year, but please try not to grieve. I want you to be happy, even when you shed your tears. That is why the roses will be sent to you for years. When you get these roses, think of all the happiness that we had together and how both of us were blessed. I have always loved you, and I know I always will. But my love, you must go on. You have some living still. Please try to find happiness while living out your days. I know it's not easy, but I hope you find some ways. The roses will come every year, and they will only stop when your door's not answered, when the florist stops to knock. He will come 5 times that day in case you have gone out. But after his last visit, he will know without a doubt to take the roses to the place where I've instructed him, and place the roses where we are together once again.
A time for us, someday there'll be, where chains are torn by courage born of a love that's free. A time when dreams so long denied can flourish as we unveil the love we now must hide. A time for us at last to see a life worthwhile for you and me. A time for